Ozymandias, 14 lines, one statue, and more marks hiding in it than almost any other poem in the anthology. Let's go. In one sentence, what's it about? A traveller describes a ruined statue of once mighty king in the desert, and the whole point is that even the most powerful rulers are forgotten by time. Percy Shelley, written in 1818, was a romantic poet. That means he believed in nature, human emotion, and he was deeply suspicious of power and tyranny. That context matters. He's not just writing about a statue, he's writing about every king, every empire, every person who thinks they're invincible. Now, I'm going to give you 5 key quotes. Learn these 5 and you can write an excellent paragraph on almost any question about power and conflict. Quote number 1. My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. What to say? The capital letters elevate him. King of Kings is a biblical echo. He's comparing himself to God. Hubris, arrogance, the irony. He's talking from a broken statue in an empty desert. Quote 2. Look at my works, ye mighty, and despair. He's commanding even other rulers. But Shelley has set it up perfectly. There are no works to look on. They've crumbled. The despair now belongs to Ozymandias, not his enemies. Quote 3. The colossal wreck. The juxtaposition is everything here. Colossal suggests immense power. Wreck is destruction and ruin. In 2 words, Shelley captures the poem's whole argument. This is your go-to quote for decay of power. Quote 4. Boundless and bare. Lone and level sands stretch far away. Sibilance. The soft S sounds create a whispering empty atmosphere. Nature wins. The desert remains. The king does not. Notice also that the natural world gets the final line, not the king. Quote 5. The hand that mocked, the heart that fed. This is a subtle but brilliant line. The sculptor's hand mocked, both copied and ridiculed, the king's emotions. An artist has more power than a ruler here because the art outlives the men. Shelley himself, an artist, is making a point about the power of creativity over political power. But what's it all about? The poem is a sonnet, traditionally a love poem, but Shelley uses it for a tyrant. That subversion is intentional. It also has a narrative frame. The speaker hears the story from a traveller who heard it from a statue. It's 3 layers removed, which makes Ozymandias feel even more distant and forgotten. How does that apply to the mind map? Power, decay, Shelley's message, language technique, structure, context. So how can you remember this? If you look, here is a mind map of 4 key aspects. If I look from the top right down, where may decay be in the poem? If we can think about the ruin, what does that look like? How is it desolated? You can think about these different pictures when you close your mind. What does it mean over time? How has things changed? And now when he's standing on that statue, what does he look out over? And then those 5 key quotes from today. My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Go back to the recording. What did it mean? What do those 5 things, remember the iris technique? Here is the information coming in. The reflection is, what does it mean? Boundless and bare. What does that mean? Boundless, energy, bare. Just to clarify, it's not bare as in grizzly. So boundless, the irony, all in this poem. Remember those key quotes. And what do those key fancy words mean? Where does irony come in? If you look at it in a few places in the quotes, colossal, wreck. What does hubris mean? Remember what we talked about in the context. And then power. Where is he saying power exists in this context? I am a ruler. And there's that pride idea. Wow, King of Kings. What's the legacy that is left? And then where's the illusion? The illusion that everything is powerful. What's going to come up next is a little fill-in. So using that for your memory is kind of like having your shared bit of your iris technique. What that means is you can kind of share it on your own. If you close your eyes now, can you see what's in the top right hand side? Decay. Can you remember what the first couple are? Ruin, desolation. Can you imagine the colours? What are the key quotes? The hand that mocked, the heart that fed. What does that mean? And then think about in that purple branch, what are the key words? What are any words you didn't know before? Where is nature in this? What does that mean from this context? That nature exists forever, power does not. What about in the red branch? Where is power? Where is pride? Where is legacy? And if you've got someone who's willing to help you, even if they don't know Ozymandias, they can just have the poem and your mind map in front of them. And they can ask you, what's in the top right hand corner? What's after this? What's after that? And that kind of discomfort of not knowing everything will spark your learning really, really fast. Use the fill-in to help. That's the next stage. That's the next little attempt. Then the more you share it, the longer you're going to remember it. Best wishes.